Dear friends, thank you for watching this series React tutorial from zero to hero. In this episode, I will discuss most important topics, props. As we already discussed about components, we know we can split an React application into multiple components. They are independent, reusable, and they have their own scope. Sometimes we need to pass information from one component to another. Conceptually, React components are like function. They can accept an arbitrary parameter we call props. React components use these props to pass information. Props works with only parent and child components. Props means properties, so you can pass any JavaScript values through props from parent component to child. Let's see how we can establish communication between components using props. Open Visual Studio Code. Last time we saw this application. This is the app component. Inside this app component, we are using welcome component. For this example, app component is a parent component and welcome component is a child component. And this welcome component returning this JSX. As there is no other content inside app component instead of welcome component, the only content of welcome component is appearing on the screen, and this is the welcome Ehasan. We can see the Ehasan is a static value. We can make it dynamic. We can get this value from app component. Let's see how we can pass data from parent component. This app component is a parent component. Here is the child component, welcome component. Inside the element name, let's add an attribute. I'm adding name of the attribute is first time. And value of the first time is Ehasanul. To read the data, you need to add a parameter here. Props. This is the props. To show the dynamic value, you need to remove the Ehasan here, add a braces, and as per the parent component, this props has only one property, that is first name. So to read first name, let's see in browser, welcome Ehasanul is appearing. This is the way actually using props we can pass a value, pass data from parent component to child. Here you can see the exact name of the attribute I am using as a properties inside the child component. It is not mandatory to use the props here. You can use whatever you likes. But this is the React convention I am following. Let's see if I change the props to test. Let's see in browser. This is the similar result. Proofs are immutable. That means you cannot alter the value of the proofs inside the child component. Like, let's see. I'm trying to assign the value of first name here. Here I'm adding the Hamid. Let's see in browser. There is a runtime error indicating that cannot assign to read-only property first name. Let's chance. This welcome component is a functional component, and we saw how we can read data from proofs inside the functional component. Let's see how we can read data inside the class component. This greet is a class component. So there is only difference to read data from inside the class component. You need to use this keyword, this dot proofs dot first name. Let's change the component here. Let's add a greet. Passing data is same for both class and functional component. So I'm not changing anything here. There is only difference to read data. In class component, you need to use this keyword, and the functional component, there is no this keyword. Let's see in browser the similar content. We can reuse this welcome component by adding multiple times here. I need to add a parenthesis here since there are multiple elements. It is still getting error as because JSX can return only one element. Okay, I am adding empty element that is called fragment to make these multiple elements into one. Now no error. Let's see what is appearing in browser. It is appearing 3 times. So welcome components are reused, but first name are same. Let's change first name using her bulbul, and another one is ripple. We also can pass the last name from here. That last name. Now this proofs has last name also, so we can make it a space, use the last name. We can read the last name. Let's see in browser. Now we can see the last name also. We saw we are passing a string constant. We can also pass a JavaScript parameter like this constant and first name. Yes. We can change and add a braces because this is the dynamic value. Let's see in browser the similar result. We also can pass the JavaScript object. So let's define object let person first name and the last name. Yes. Let's remove this one and let's change the attribute name also. Let's see what's appearing on browser. Oh, there is no person, so I need to change the reading side because now under the proofs under the person we'll have the first name. Let's see. Now it's work. We are almost done. Let's recapitulate proofs. Proofs are known as properties and it can be used to pass data from parent component to child. Proofs are immutable. It cannot be modified and it is read only. There is no difference between functional and class component to pass the data into props. But for reading data, there is a difference between class component and functional component. In class component, you need to use this keyword to read the data from props. In the next video, I'll discuss object destructuring in React with props. Thank you.